morning, everyone. Let's find our mindful bodies. Sitting up straight. Our feet are flat on the floor if we want, or you can sit cross-legged, whatever's comfortable. Roll your shoulders back if you wish, and you can stretch your neck out a little bit. And then rest your hands on your anchor spot, on your heart or your belly, wherever you feel your breath the most. Just close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just take a moment, check in with yourself, how you're feeling. And listen to the sound of the bell. When the bell fades, you can open your eyes. And for today's mindful moment, we're going to practice mindful seeing. So, first, I want us to just practice looking to your left. So don't move your head, just move your eyes. We're going to kind of do an eye exercise. So only using your eyes, try to look as far to the left as you can. See what you notice as far left. And then look as far to your right. See if you notice how far you can see without turning your head. And then back to center. And now you're going to look down. Can you even see the tip of your nose? Can you see the ground or your cheeks or your lips when you just look down without moving your head? Back to center. And now you're going to look up. So we're looking up. Can you see the ceiling? Can you see your eyebrows? And then back to center. Oh, does that hurt your eyes a little bit? Sometimes it hurts mine. So this is a simple exercise to just practice moving our eye muscles, noticing what we see, looking left, looking right, looking down, looking up. So that brings us to our book today. Parker Looks Up. An extraordinary moment. So this is written by Parker Curry and her mother, Jessica Curry, and it's illustrated by Brittany Jackson. Parker Curry loved to dance. She dressed in her favorite tutu, and she imagined she was a dancing queen. But one rainy Tuesday, instead of going to dance class, Parker's mom said, "Let's go to the museum." Ava, too, her little sister. So Parker loved visiting the museum almost as much as she loved twirling and leaping in the air. She pulled on her boots one at a time. Mom and her sister Ava buttoned up their jackets. "Have fun, girls. Bye, Dad." And off they went. Splashing and smiling in Washington, D.C., when they arrived at the portrait gallery. Surprise! Yay, it's Gia! Gia, Parker's best friend, greeted them from the top of the museum steps. Once inside, the friends hurried down a long hall, looking at paintings all around them. Do you miss going places? I miss going to places with your best friend. I do too. So here at the museum, they saw prancing horses and they saw blooming flowers. They saw a bushy mustache, a shiny jewel necklace. They saw 2 peacocks with red eyes and a basket of slimy fish. Ew. and feathers, lots of brilliant feathers. Hurry up, Ava. When Gia spotted a playroom, she raced ahead. Parker charged after her. Explore, it says. Let's make silly faces. After Gia stuck purple hair onto the easel and Parker added a pirate hat and sunglasses, it was time to go home. It's time to go, girls. Skipping down the hall, the girls spied a row of frilly white tutus. So Parker raised her arms. Gia spun around and around and around. Wait for me, Parker called, dancing after her friend, until she froze in her tracks. Spellbound, Parker Curry looked up. A portrait of First Lady Michelle Obama loomed before her. She had rich brown skin, just like Parker, and kind, familiar eyes that reminded Parker of her mother, her grandmother, her sister, and yes, even of herself. How could someone look so real and so magical all at the same time? Who is she? Parker asked. Parker's mother's voice filled the air, her words coming to rest squarely on Parker's shoulders. She's a mother, a lawyer, a writer. She's caring, hero, friend, sister. She's courageous, smart, inspirational, confident, dynamic, advocate, honest, a volunteer, a mentor, hopeful. She's a queen, whispered Parker, unable to look away, to move, to breathe. In that moment, Parker saw more than just a portrait. She saw a road before her with endless possibilities. An astronaut, an artist, a ballerina, jazz dancer, violinist, a scientist, a chef, a runner, basketball player. Suddenly, Parker felt a small hand in hers, and the spell was broken. Come look, Ava, she said, putting her arm around her little sister, standing tall. For Parker Curry was feeling powerful and strong, even though she hadn't moved. Inside, she was dancing. So, a note from Amy Sherald. Seeing Parker Curry gaze up at former First Lady Michelle Obama in the National Portrait Gallery took me back to my first visit to a museum in Georgia, my hometown, Columbus. It was there for the very first time I saw a person in a painting by Beau Bartlett that looked like me. Up until that point, I'd only seen paintings in encyclopedias. I knew I wanted to be an artist, but that painting made me realize I could actually become one. Culture determines who counts in society and reflects the society itself. What Parker observed while looking at the portrait of the First Lady was her own greatness. Without representation of all, there will be stories that are missing. When I studied art history, I observed the absence of images that reflected us as our whole selves. I see it my responsibility to make sure that little girls and boys can walk into an institution like the Smithsonian and see that there's people who walked before them, who not only looked like them, but whose accomplishments were so great that their legacy had been achieved for all to see. So Amy Sherald is an acclaimed artist best known for the official portrait of First Lady Michelle Obama. And that is Parker Curry in real life. Picture of her. So I see these 3 books that we read. So first we read Ruby Bridges, and then Counting on Catherine, and then Parker Looks Up. I see them as a bit of trilogy through time. Things still aren't perfect in the world, in North America, but slowly but surely, we're getting better. Representation matters. Seeing people of every color, of every ethnicity, of everything, it's important in our literature, in our books, in our movies. It's important to see the stories and hear the stories. So tomorrow we're going to read a story about how important it is hearing people's stories from around the world. So for that, I love you all. I wish you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.